All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach Kodash. Double honors to the other apostles, the other bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing his gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord, willing, fall upon your houses. This is Brother Quanah Watts from the Arizona Great Millstone Camp. Come back at you, Lord, will, with the edifying lesson. Through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord, will. It is edifying, Lord, will. It's straight to the point. Hey, man, Esau about to make moves, man, when it comes to this, this media, right? What Esau is calling disinformation, right? Really, right as we're about to, watching this video that I got pulled up, Esau's calling us enemies, right? He's saying that this truth, right? Because we're 2 Corinthians 2:11, man. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. His evil schemes, his evil plots, right? So when you listen to this, video, right, understand that those that Esau Edom is, talking about, right? We understand that he's talking about us, man, in this truth that we're pushing. Right, and he's calling us enemies, right, and he's calling us, or saying that this truth is ultimately sick, man, and disinformation, Before I get this video, I do want to say this is fair use. I got this disclaimer up here, man. I don't, this is not for monetary gain or anything like that, man, but nonetheless, this is, right, what Esau Edom is doing, man. Esau about to make moves, man, Here soon, this word, you're not going to be able to get this word anymore, man. Esau going to, again, come down having great wrath, as it says in Revelations 12:12. Without further ado, I got this video right here, man. We're going to listen to, majority of it, right?
Polls indicate Americans' trust in the media is at an all-time low. It's one of the rare issues Americans agree on across the political aisle. The right often calling much of what the mainstream media reports as fake news, and the left categorizing much of the reporting from the right as a disinformation problem. But how to resolve it remains partisan. The issue coming into the spotlight recently after John Kerry, former President Obama's Secretary of State, called the First Amendment a major block in having any sort of accountability on facts from the media. His remarks highlighting the debate over free speech and controversial efforts to police fake news or disinformation.
There's a lot of discussion now about how you curb those entities in order to guarantee that you're going to have some accountability on facts, et cetera. But look, if people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence.
Kerry saying the issue of disinformation.
Right, and that's heavy too, because, he said that they were having those discussions on how they can, ultimately, like he said at the end, hammer this out of existence, man. Going back to Esau Edom's, his little secret councils and whatnot, Esau really trying to, figure out how he can stop this truth, man. Again, right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We understand that he's saying, or they're, so far they're pushing the agenda that, it's the two sides that are against each other, right? But that's not the case, right? We understand that Esau Edom is talking about this truth that's going out, man. Because what happened when, ultimately brothers were, talking about, the C-19, right? Before they really started to implement it or push it, to force it, in a sense, making everybody, do the 6 feet, and you have to take the JAB, the jump shot in order to go to work and whatnot, which really was a trial run, right, for Esau Edom, man, when he actually, goes and forces the actual Karagma, right, which is going to be that final phase, which the RFID micro C hit, right, when he goes and does that. That was the C-19, the scamdemic was a trial run to that, man, right, a prelude to that, and when we're ultimately, through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? ultimately coming out with videos revealing this damn devil's, agenda, again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Right, well, what's happening? Brothers' channels are getting stricken down, right? And that's when all that talk of, misinformation, disinformation really started to flourish, right? And since that moment heavily, right, they've been doing it for a while, man, but before, when the elder apostles first came on the scene, man, they've been doing it for a while, but heavily, right, more openly, right, the last few years, the last 4 or 5 years, man, really the last 4 years, Esau been going hard on this, man, and now they're talking about, hey, we've had, talks about it, and really what we need to do is really get rid of the First Amendment is basically what he's saying, man, which, hey, these average people, man, are not, these Americans, they're not going to go for that, man. And this is why Esau Edom has set up different events to distract, right, the average American, right, such as, this whole Diddy bullshit, right, the whole, left and right side going back and forth between each other, talking about, oh, well, Trump's got to be removed, he's got to go, the Trump assassinations or assassination attempts and whatnot, all this dumb shit, man, right, is really just to distract the masses, right, keep them focused on something that, isn't really a big deal, right, or really isn't affecting them, right, and they're doing this shit in the back end, right, taking away, the people's freedoms, man, right, allowing Esau Edom to have more control, right, over, what, really over people's, lives, man, again, allowing Esau to set himself up as that perpetual ruler, like he's ultimately trying to do, man. He's talking about, ultimately, there's got to be an election that ultimately allows for whoever's in charge to make those changes, right? To go from, you can really post anything, right? You, as they say, here, like the land of the free, right? You could be however you want to be. You can say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do out here, right? They want to go from that to completely restricting everything that you think, feel, say, do, right? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, right? Esau ultimately, matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. I'm going to grab too many precepts. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? Esau truly believes that he is, that the Most High. He really thinks that he is the Most High, or that he can set himself up as the Most High perpetually, right? And this is why you see these draconian laws, right, coming out, or draconian talk, right, happening, right? Let's grab that. Right, in Revelations, what is that, 11? No. He spake as in Revelation 13 and 11. It says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, which that beast is talking about, right, America, right? The Rome 2.0. Right, the fourth beast reincarnated, which is, again, the fourth beast being Rome, right, but reincarnated, which is America, man, right? It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, right? You got the Democrats, you got the Republicans, right? And he spake as a dragon, meaning he's ultimately going to be establishing, like super harsh laws, right? Super harsh measures. Right, because basically what the consequence is, if they ultimately do succeed in taking away the First Amendment, right, which they're going to, right, because that's a part of their agenda. If they succeed in taking away, right, the First Amendment, right, then anybody that speaks anything other than what they classify as the truth, then you're ultimately going to be prosecuted for it, man. right? Which right now over in the UK, they're putting people in jail for certain posts, man. Right? Which just shows you that they're already making that move, man. You know? And it's bound to come to America. Right? And again, this is why they're doing this behind scenes. They got everybody distracted because these people would riot just based off of that. Right? That would ultimately bring everything into straight chaos, which, you know, hey, who knows, man? Right? Them allowing this, the port strike to happen, right? They could be using it as a distraction to get this through as well, right? And they'll bring it, you know, back, you know, they might sign the Taft and Hartley, you know, might just let it go on for a little bit, just enough to, you know, affect the economy, you know, just a little bit more than, you know, before, right? Because again, they want the what? Order ab chaos, man. We don't know necessarily exactly what's happening, man. It's all speculation through the spirit, but it's not far-fetched, right? While Esau's got y'all distracted on the strike, he's got you distracted on, you know what I mean? You know, the Diddy bullshit, right? He's over here behind scenes, talking about taking y'all freedoms away, man. But none of y'all paying attention to that shit. You know? None of y'all paying attention to that shit, man. Hey, so Esau fucking with y'all all the way around, man. All the way around. He ain't enacting that Taft and Hartley, right? So letting you think, hey, all shit's finna fucking, you know what I mean? Got people already fucking panic buying and whatnot, emptying these fucking stores, right? Which is only gonna make things fucking more worse, right? So Esau's creating that fucking chaos right before our eyes and taking your fucking freedoms away, man. Right here soon, you ain't gonna be able to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding because again, they're labeling this truth, you know, as a as disinformation, man. You know, as false, right? And I think there was a little bit more, and I'll grab one more precept and we'll close out.
Information is one unique to democracies because there's no one leader with the sole power to define what facts really are. But Kerry's saying the election in November could create change, depending on who wins Congress and the White House.
What we need is to win the ground, win the right to govern by hopefully having, winning enough votes that you're free to be able to implement change.
Kerry's words made headlines across right-leaning news outlets, while left-leaning news outlets are largely leaving his comments out of their news coverage. Something you can see on our website using our media.
That was ultimately the point I just wanted to get what he was saying, man. You know, but there you go, right? So that's what they're trying to do, man. You know, and really either way, you know, if Trump wins or even if Kamala wins, it don't matter, right? We understand that they're on the same side, right? This is all just fucking, you know, a drama TV show at this point, man. Right? We understand that the crew all works together, you know? They all work together at the end of the day, man. So, hey, Esau about to make his moves, man. You know? Esau about to make his moves, and he about to come down having great wrath. Right? Let's grab that. Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Right? It says, having great wrath because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Right? Esau knows he has a short time, and he's seen the angels. Right? He's seeing the fatherships and whatnot. Right? On his telescopes and what? On his international space camera, whatever it is, right? Esau's seeing all these things, man. So he's trying to speed everything up, right? He's seeing the wars get bad, right? Tensions rise, right? So Esau's ultimately trying to speed shit up, man. You know? And again, that's ultimately going to be what? Him shutting down the social media, right? Just like they did over there in Brazil. Right, they shut down the social media. They said, "Nah, fuck that shit, man." Right, that's what's gonna happen. These countries are gonna turn it off, man. They're gonna say, "Fuck it, we're done with it, man." Either you gonna have to have full control over it, right, or we're not gonna have it at all. And we understand that they're they're gonna, ultimately just take full control over it, man, on what is said, and persecute those or prosecute those, that say whatever the hell they want to say, right? Other than what the government wants them to say, man. So you got to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now before it's too late, before they ultimately do what they're about to do, This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua." So, hey, we're in those days where this prophecy is ultimately going to come to pass, man. It says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not be able to find it." Why? Because, hey, once that time hits, once Jacob's trouble hits, man, you're not gonna find this word, right, on the social media. You're not gonna find this word out on the streets. You're gonna be searching for answers, man, but you ain't gonna find it, man, because, hey, the Lord had closed the gates of mercy, man. At that point, you're fucked. This is why you're encouraged to get it now before it's too late. Get this oil, right, before it's too late, man. Right? Read Matthew the 25th chapter, right, starting at the 13th verse, if I'm not mistaken. Right? It says, "And in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." Why? Because this wisdom is this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is likened unto the fountains of living water. Likened unto the fountains of living water. So this is ultimately, if you don't have this water, man, you're ultimately dying of thirst. Spiritually. So you need this water, man. Right? We need to be spiritually hydrated, man. Spiritually fed. This word is likened unto food as well, man. So get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and be fed through the Spirit, man. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Otherwise, man, you're gonna be asked out. So with that, Lord wills, let it find Lord will straight to the point. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rachak Kodash, the belongs to the elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstones. Until next time, I say shalom.